Hi everyone, it's time for our Happier Product Updates webinar. My name is Lorenzo. I'm a Customer Success Manager here at Happier, and joining me today, we have Victor, our Head of Product Management. Congrats on the promotion, Victor, by the way. But yeah, without further ado, let's check out what we have for this upcoming 6-week cycle. Victor, I'll pass it over to you.
All right, thank you very much, Lorenzo. And so I'm going to start sharing my screen and hopefully everybody will be able to see it correctly. And so for today, we are having 3 exciting releases for the 5th of July, which is when effectively this is going to be coming. The first thing that I'm going to be demoing today is the new Zendesk widget for pages. So you'll be able to navigate through Zendesk and do a couple of things that I'll show in a second. The second thing will be the page analytics, which I will show, and it will allow you to see what are the statistics of a certain page. And then the third thing, we're going to be looking into apps and channels, which is coming straight from beta into GA. All right, so let's get going with the Zendesk widget. So basically, I already have it here for you guys on the screen. And so with the Zendesk widget, you can do a couple of things. Now, I'm going to be editing this and I'm going to be showing you straight. So the first thing that you can do is have the Help Center kind of visible. So you can navigate through sections, you can navigate through articles and categories and search, and do a couple of the things that I'll show in a second. Now, the other things that you can do is kind of choosing the support mode. So if you choose for support mode, this is kind of going to be enabling the Zendesk support bubble that will appear on the bottom right of the screen, and you will be able to submit tickets and so forth, just like you are used to in Zendesk. And the other thing that you can do is an article view. And here you can basically anchor a certain article. And so if you just want to show an article from Zendesk on your page straight, no navigation, no browsing, no breadcrumbs, you can also use this option to kind of focus your people onto the right content. But for today, I'm just going to be showing the Help Center because I think it's probably the one that covers all the use cases. Now, let's say close, and now we're going to go exit, and then let's go into the view mode. So let's say I'm a new user and I'm just entering into this demo page. This could be an onboarding page, for example, or a sales page. And I want to look for a piece of information that is in Zendesk. Maybe we haven't migrated the content into Happier yet, or maybe there is no purpose to migrate because maybe in Zendesk, it looks fantastic and we just want to surface it on Happier. Well, no problem for that. I can go in here and then start navigating. Probably the first thing I would do is search because I don't really know what exactly this is going to be. And maybe I just want to look for trends. And so I just want to look for the latest technology trends. So I'm going to do that. And hey, there is the article that I'm looking for. So here I can see the latest technology trends of 2022, and I can see some text. I can also see some of the articles that are related in this Zendesk section and category, and then kind of see, you know, some images, some links, nicely formatted and looking great, straight from Zendesk into Happier. Let's say that later on you want to come back to the page and then you know where it is. You can also navigate through it. So you could just say, well, it's in the technology category, and I think it's in this one, this section that says article section 1. You can also go there and then find it there. And you can also find some other articles that are also going to be looking great. So this is kind of the use case for the Zendesk page widget. You can do other things, but mostly this is going to be what your users are going to be doing on a daily basis. And again, as I mentioned, you can also have the bottom right kind of bubble that pops up and submit tickets via Zendesk. And you will also be able to kind of anchor articles to kind of see a view that would look exactly like this, just like going to the page, one article straight into it, and no need for navigation or no need for breadcrumbs. All right, so that was the Zendesk widget. Then we're going to go into the second of the things that are coming in GA on the 5th of July, and that is basically the page analytics. So here you can see the product release log of Happier, where we basically inform all of our teams internally what are the things that are coming in the next cycles. Next one is July 5th. It's in progress. It's going to be hitting the ground very quickly. And now I can see this little icon here on the top right that says access analytics about this page. Well, obviously I can click on it, and then I will be able to have a view that looks fairly similar to the one that we have on post analytics, but it's more catered to the page. So basically here you can see unique views, and you can see total views, and you can see it in time, how it's kind of evolving in the last 30 days, and then you can also see unique page views or page views independently and so forth. So this just brings the analytics a bit more to the forefront. instead of having to go to the analytics and filter in and finding the page that you're looking for and so forth and so forth. So small improvement, but definitely very big impact. And so the last thing that we're going to be showing today, and that's how we are going to be finishing this webinar of the new updates, is Apps in Channels. So Apps in Channels has been in beta now for about 6 weeks. We've received a lot of good feedback on it, and now we are launching it into GA. Now, what is Apps in Channels? Well, first of all, Apps in Channels is basically bringing third-party tools into Hapio through channels. So it's kind of enabling for more interactivity, more engagement, and allowing people to just do other things in Hapio without having to switch the context. So in example, we can go here to apps, and we see that the first apps that we are launching are YouTube, Google Forms, and Typeform. So let's say that you have this kind of quarterly survey with your company. You may do it in Typeform, you may do it in Google Forms, and then you usually send an email to people, hey, can you please fill in the survey for this quarter? Now, in this case, with Apps in Channels, you don't have to do that anymore. Let's say that this is your survey, and then, well, it now says Hapio beta tester application form, but imagine it says Q2 or Q3 quarterly review. And then people are going to be actually able to just fill in the fields here and just say, this is my email and this is my, person and so forth, and just kind of submit the form. Now, this is kind of how it looks like when you are going to be filling it in. But what you can also do, which is really cool, is you can just copy paste the URL, and the system is going to be smart enough to say, well, this is the Google form URL. So all you got to do is just copy paste it. And then we recognize what this is about. And then we tell you, well, do you want it embedded in the post or do you want it as an attachment? What we just saw is embedded in the post. So people can actually fill it in right straight away, but you can also do an attachment. And so if you say attachment, then you would see it in the kind of normal attachment of Hapio. And then you can also see it on the big screen. So kind of like this, and then people can just fill it up like that. Now, this also works obviously for YouTube and Typeform. So this is kind of how Typeform looks like. This is kind of a dummy employees happiness score thing that we just introduced. So you can just say start. This is coming from Typeform again, and you would just say, well, choice 1, choice 2, and keep on submitting stuff, kind of like thing. So you can imagine how users are going to be able to fill in the survey just straight away from your Hapio channel. And this obviously also works for YouTube. Here we have one about cats that will make you laugh. And so in this way, we can also do embed it and say, well, update. And then you're going to be seeing that you can just watch the YouTube video straight from here. And something that is also really cool is that you will also be able to see live streams from YouTube on here. So if you have a live stream, maybe from YouTube, and you want to embed it into a channel and kind of comment, that is now possible. And so I think your users are going to be quite happy about it. Now, these were all the releases that we had for you guys for the 5th of July. We hope you like it. We hope you are excited about it, and more on the next webinar. Over to you, Lorenzo.
Those were some amazing features, Victor. Thank you for taking us through. I believe that Apps in Channel are going to be a massive game changer. I hope you are as excited as we are for this release. For everything we reviewed today, the official release date is July 5th. Thank you for checking this out, and see you next time.